My beloved child, don't scroll away. I know you've been waiting for a breakthrough, and some days it feels like nothing is changing. But listen to me carefully. The blessing you prayed for is closer than you think, and I have not forgotten a single prayer you have spoken. My beloved child, I know how tired you have become from waiting. There were moments when you prayed with great faith, believing that the answer would come quickly. But as the days passed and nothing seemed to change, discouragement slowly began to whisper to your heart. You started wondering if your prayers were too small, if your faith was too weak, or if I had somehow forgotten you. Today I want you to silence those lies and listen to my voice instead, because I have never ignored your prayers, and I have never forgotten your name. I have seen every tear that fell when no one else was watching. I have heard every prayer you whispered late at night when your heart felt heavy. I know the burden you have been carrying, the fear you try to hide, and the questions that keep returning to your mind. My child, I understand your pain more deeply than anyone else ever could. And because I understand it, I want you to know that your waiting has not been meaningless. Many people believe that nothing is happening during the waiting season, but that is not true. While you are waiting, I am working. I am preparing things that you cannot yet see. I am arranging circumstances, opening the right doors, closing the wrong ones, and placing the right people in your path. What seems like a delay to you is often preparation in my hands. If I gave you everything the moment you asked for it, you might not yet be ready to carry the blessing without being harmed by it. Think about a seed planted in the ground. For a long time, it appears as if nothing is happening. The soil looks unchanged, and there is no visible growth. But beneath the surface, roots are forming, strength is developing, and life is preparing to emerge. In the same way, I'm doing deep work in your life that others cannot see. Do not judge your future by what is visible today. Some of the greatest miracles begin where human eyes can see nothing at all. My beloved child, there are moments when I allow you to wait because I am building something inside you that is even more valuable than the blessing you are asking for. I am strengthening your faith. I am teaching you patience. I am helping you trust me when you cannot see the answer yet. These lessons may feel difficult now, but one day you will realize that they prepared you for the future I had planned all along. Do not compare your waiting season to someone else's breakthrough. Every person has a different journey, a different purpose, and a different timing. The blessing I have prepared for you is designed specifically for your life. If you spend your energy comparing yourself to others, you will miss the beautiful work I am doing in your own story. Keep your eyes on me, not on the timeline of other people. I also want you to stop calling yourself a failure because things have not happened yet. A delay is not a defeat. A closed door is not proof that your future is over. Sometimes I close a door because I see dangers you cannot see. Sometimes I delay an answer because I know a greater blessing is coming. Trust that my wisdom reaches beyond your understanding. I see the entire picture while you only see one small part of it. There are blessings moving toward you right now that you cannot yet recognize. Opportunities are being prepared. Hearts are being softened. Paths are being cleared. Even while you are listening to these words, I am working behind the scenes on your behalf. Nothing is impossible for me, and no situation is too broken for my power to restore. My child, I know there have been moments when you wanted to give up. You became tired of hoping. You became tired of waiting. You became tired of believing for something that seemed so far away. But I did not bring you this far to abandon you now. The same hand that carried you through your past struggles is still holding you today. The same love that protected you yesterday is still surrounding you right now. So take a deep breath and release your fear into my hands. Stop trying to carry tomorrow's burdens by yourself. You were never meant to carry them alone. Trust me one more time. Pray one more time. Believe one more time. Because the blessing you have been asking for is not as far away as you think. And before I show you how close your breakthrough truly is, there is something important I need you to understand about the waiting season you are living through right now. My beloved child, waiting is not the same as being forgotten. I know there have been days when you looked around and wondered why everyone else seemed to be moving forward while you remained in the same place. You watched other people celebrate answered prayers while you continued asking me for the very same thing. Those moments tested your heart more than anyone around you realized. Yet even in those quiet moments, I was closer than you knew. You often measure progress by what your eyes can see, but I measure progress by what is happening within your heart. Before I change your circumstances, I often begin by changing you. Before I open new doors, I strengthen your character so that when those doors open, you will walk through them with wisdom, humility, and gratitude. The blessing is important, but the person you're becoming while you wait is even more valuable. There are lessons that can only be learned in seasons of waiting. Patience cannot grow without time. Trust cannot become strong unless it is tested. Hope becomes deeper when it continues to believe despite delays. These are treasures that no one could take away from you. Long after the waiting season has passed, the faith that was formed inside you will remain. My child, I know that some of your prayers have been repeated so many times that you wonder if I've grown tired of hearing them. Let me assure you of this. I never grow weary of listening to my children. Every sincere prayer rises before me. Every cry from your heart matters. Every moment you turn toward me instead of turning away brings joy to my heart. Sometimes the answer you seek is already moving toward you, even though you cannot yet recognize it. Just because you cannot see the sunrise in the middle of the night does not mean the morning is not coming. In the same way, just because you cannot yet see the answer does not mean I have stopped working. My timing is not random. It is filled with wisdom that reaches far beyond what you can understand today. Think about all the times in your life when you later realized that something which first looked like a disappointment became a blessing in disguise. There were opportunities you lost that protected you from greater pain. There were relationships that ended because I knew they were not leading you toward the future I had prepared. There were delays that kept you from making decisions you would have deeply regretted. At the time, you could not understand why those things happened. But later, you began to see my hand guiding you all along. That same hand is still guiding you today. Do not believe the lie that you have fallen behind. My plans for your life are not measured by the world's calendar. I do not compare your journey to anyone else's because I created your story with a purpose that is uniquely yours. What I am preparing for you cannot be compared with what I am preparing for someone else. So release the burden of comparison and rest in the confidence that I know exactly where I am leading you. There will always be voices around you telling you to give up. Some will say that your dream is too big. Others will tell you that you have waited too long. Even your own thoughts may sometimes whisper that nothing will ever change. But my voice speaks a different message. I tell you to keep believing. I tell you to keep praying. I tell you to keep walking forward one faithful step at a time, because every step of obedience is bringing you closer to the future I have prepared. My beloved child, never underestimate what I can accomplish in a single moment. I can change circumstances that have remained unchanged for years. I can open doors that no human being has been able to open. I can restore what seemed permanently broken. I can bring peace into a heart that has been troubled for a long time. What is impossible for people is never impossible for me. So instead of allowing worry to fill your thoughts, fill your heart with expectation. Wake each morning believing that I'm still at work. Speak words of hope instead of words of defeat. Let gratitude replace constant anxiety. Even if you cannot yet see the answer, choose to thank me for my faithfulness. Gratitude opens your heart to recognize my presence in ways that fear never can. My child, I have not forgotten the promises I have spoken over your life. I have not abandoned the dreams I placed within your heart. I have not stopped working simply because you cannot see the results yet. Continue walking with me. Continue trusting me. Continue placing your future into my hands. The breakthrough you are waiting for is drawing closer with every step you take in faith. And as you keep walking beside me, I want to reveal another truth, one that will give you the strength to keep moving forward even when the road ahead still seems uncertain. My beloved child, one of the greatest mistakes you can make is believing that your current situation is your final destination. What you see today is only one chapter of your story. It is not the ending I have written for you. There are pages that have not yet been turned, blessings that have not yet been revealed, and miracles that are already being prepared beyond what your eyes can see. When you feel surrounded by uncertainty, remember that I am never uncertain. I do not wonder what tomorrow will bring because I already stand in tomorrow. I know the conversations you have not yet had. I know the opportunities you have not yet received. I know the prayers that are about to be answered in ways that will surprise you. While you're trying to figure out your next step, I already know the entire path. That is why I ask you to trust me instead of your fears. Fear always paints the darkest picture. It tells you that nothing will improve. It tells you that the opportunity is gone forever. It tells you that your best days are behind you. But fear cannot see what I see. Fear only looks at the problem. I am already looking at the solution. There have been many times when you believed you had reached the end of the road. You thought there was no way forward. Yet somehow another door opened. A new opportunity appeared. A kind person entered your life at exactly the right moment. Strength came into your heart when you thought you had none left. Those moments were not accidents. They were reminders that my hand has always been guiding you. Even now, while you wonder how everything will work out, I'm already working in places you cannot reach. I am touching hearts you have never met. I am arranging events that will happen weeks or months from now. I am connecting pieces of your future like a master artist creating a beautiful masterpiece. You only see one brushstroke at a time, but I already see the completed picture. My beloved child, stop believing that you have to carry the entire future on your shoulders. That burden was never yours to carry. Your responsibility is to remain faithful today. Tomorrow belongs to me. Do not waste today's peace by worrying about tomorrow's challenges. When tomorrow arrives, I will provide the strength you need for that day. Just as I have carried you through every difficult season in your past, I will carry you through every season that is still ahead. Sometimes I answer your prayers by changing your circumstances. Sometimes I answer them by changing your heart. Both answers are acts of my love. There are things you once prayed for that would have hurt you if I had given them to you immediately. Looking back now, you can see that my delay protected you. In the same way, there are answers you are waiting for today that will arrive at exactly the right time. Not a moment too early and not a moment too late. Trust my timing. Trust my wisdom. Trust my heart, because I have never made a mistake in the life of one of my children. My child, I know you sometimes become discouraged because you cannot see immediate results. You pray, yet the situation still looks the same. You hope, yet the problem has not disappeared. You continue believing, yet the breakthrough has not fully arrived. But let me ask you something. Has my faithfulness ever failed you? Think back over your life. Remember the moments when you thought you would never recover. Remember the seasons when you believed your heart would never heal. Remember the times when you thought your future had ended. Yet here you are, still breathing, still standing, still moving forward. Not because life was easy, but because my grace carried you through every storm. If I remained faithful yesterday, why would I abandon you today? If I carried you through your past, why would I leave you in your present? If I have already written hope into your future, why would fear have the final word? My beloved child, never allow temporary circumstances to make you doubt eternal truth. My love remains constant. My promises remain sure. My mercy is renewed every morning. Even when your emotions rise and fall, my character never changes. So keep your heart open. Keep your faith alive. Keep speaking words of hope, even when the world speaks words of fear. Keep praying even when you do not yet see the answer. Keep trusting even when the path seems unclear. Because every faithful step you take is bringing you closer to the blessing that I have already prepared for you. And now, before your waiting season finally turns into a season of testimony, there's one more lesson I want to place deep within your heart. A lesson that will help you recognize my hand even in the smallest moments of your life. My beloved child, as you have listened to my voice today, I want you to carry one truth with you wherever you go. Do not wait until every prayer is answered before you believe that I am good. Do not wait until every problem disappears before you trust that I am with you. My presence in your life has never depended on your circumstances. I am with you on the mountain, and I am with you in the valley. I am with you when your heart is full of joy, and I remain beside you when tears quietly fill your eyes. There will be mornings when you wake up feeling strong, and there will be mornings when simply getting out of bed feels like a victory. Remember that I do not love you more on your strongest days or less on your weakest ones. My love is constant. It does not rise and fall with your emotions or your performance. Before you ever accomplished anything, I already loved you. Before anyone recognized your worth, I already called you precious. Do not spend your life believing that you must earn my love. You cannot earn what I have already freely given. Come to me exactly as you are. Bring me your fears, your failures, your questions, your hopes, and even the dreams that seem impossible. Nothing you place into my hands is too small for my attention or too broken for my power. As you continue walking through this season, choose to notice the small blessings around you. Notice the breath in your lungs when you wake up each morning. Notice the peace that suddenly fills your heart after prayer. Notice the unexpected kindness of a stranger, the encouraging words of a friend, or the strength you find to keep moving forward when you thought you had nothing left. These moments are gentle reminders that I have been beside you all along. My child, I know there are still questions you cannot answer. There are still doors that have not opened. There are still prayers that seem to be waiting. But never allow what you do not understand to make you forget what you already know. You already know that I have carried you through difficult seasons before. You already know that I have given you strength when you felt weak. You already know that my mercy has met you every morning. And because I have been faithful in your past, you can trust me with your future. One day you will look back on this season, not with bitterness, but with gratitude. You will realize that what felt like a delay was actually preparation. What looked like silence was my quiet work behind the scenes. What felt like an impossible obstacle became the very place where your faith grew stronger than ever before. Never lose sight of hope, because hope anchored in me is never wasted. Even when people disappoint you, my promises remain true. Even when the world feels uncertain, my peace remains available to you. Even when your own strength begins to fail, my strength never runs out. So walk forward with confidence, not because every problem has disappeared, but because you know who is walking beside you. Let faith become louder than fear. Let gratitude become stronger than anxiety. Let hope become greater than discouragement. And whenever you begin to wonder if your breakthrough is still coming, remember my words today. I have not forgotten you. I have not stopped working. I have not changed my plans for your life. The blessing you have been praying for is closer than you think. Keep trusting me. Keep praying. Keep believing. Keep walking one faithful step at a time. At the right moment, you will see that every prayer, every tear, every moment of waiting, and every act of faith was leading you toward the beautiful future I had prepared from the very beginning. Now go forward with peace in your heart, courage in your spirit, and confidence in my unfailing love. I am with you today. I will be with you tomorrow, and I will never leave you. If this message touched your heart, take a moment today to thank Jesus for his faithfulness. Whatever you're facing, remember that his love never fails and his plans for your life are filled with hope. If this message encouraged you, subscribe for more daily messages of hope and faith. Share this video with someone who needs these words today, and may the peace, grace, and love of Jesus Christ remain with you always. God bless you.